Assalamualaikum and good morning. We are from Group 1. We'll present about the application of ISO 9001 in fresh meat. For introduction, ISO 9001 is a set of international standards that help companies to effectively document the quality system element needed to maintain an efficient quality system. The company that we chose is TPL Fresh Meat Sdn Bhd, where the product is beef fresh meat. Basically, the principle of ISO 9001 is consists of 8 principles. The first principle is customer focus by aim to exceed customer expectation. The second principle is leadership by recognize employee contribution. The third principle is engagement of people by evaluate the individual performance. The fourth principle is process approach by manage activity as processes. The fifth principle is systematic approach to management by allow everyone to have access to every stage. The sixth principle is continual improvement by measure the improvement consistency. The seventh principle is factual approach to decision making by make decision based on analysis. And the last principle is relationship management by recognize supplier successes.
Okay, next is application of ISO 9001 certification. This is the flowchart on how to apply ISO 9001, and we will go to the next slide for further explanation. Okay, step 1, familiarize with ISO 9001. Get top management on board. Make sure that the people at the top of the management understand what is ISO 9001. And step 2 is develop documentation, such as quality, policy, scope, and so on. And review all the document needed. If you have any problem, need to do the corrective action. Step 3 is implement quality management system. And every employee is crucial to keeping the quality management system running as it should. Step 4 is review the performance. This review will help the team identify any underlying issue and the corrective action that need to be taken to get everything in line with requirement. Step 5 is assess and register for certification. The registrar will ensure that your documentation is all in place and controlled in compliance with the standard. Do the corrective action and close off any non-conformities identified by the certification body. And last but not least is certification issuance. Certificate issues for 3 years and surveillance audits yearly is needed.
Next, the application of ISO 9001 in processing of fresh meat. This is the brief example of beef cattle processing for TPL Fresh Meat Sdn Bhd. First and foremost, company will use the validated intervention step to manage the raw materials. Then, the company will provide method of handling to every processing step of fresh meat products to prevent any damage or deterioration. For storage, company will use designated storage areas or stock rooms. For the packaging, the company will control packing, packaging, and marking processes to ensure the conformance of the requirements. For preservation, company will start from the most basic one is by handling the product with gloves to using the clean room for operation. Last but not least, after final inspection and test, the fresh meat products will be loaded onto the approved vendor or supplier list. All of all, TPL Fresh Meat Sdn Bhd will identify all of the corrective and preventive action for fresh meat products and comply with ISO elements on control of quality records. All of the processing of fresh meat from the raw materials to the distribution of food products in the market will be recorded.
Next, we continue to how to manage if problem occur at any stage. Problem that occur in the production is quality problem, output problem, cost problem, and management problem. In order to manage the problem, during receiving the raw material, we need to develop HACCP plan for the supplier of raw meat product to help monitor microbial activity of meat and the frozen temperature entering the processing plant. During handling the raw material, the worker should apply good hygiene practices to prevent the meat from contamination, such as wearing gloves, wear proper attire, and practice personal hygiene. We also need to check the equipment that usually direct contact with the meat every day to make sure it's clean, and the material should easy to clean. During storage, we need to store the meat at very low temperature, at least negative 18 degrees Celsius, to prolong the shelf life and prevent any physical, biochemical, and microbiological changes affecting quality in storage. Next, during delivery, meat temperature must be at least negative 18 degrees Celsius prior to leaving the establishment using refrigerator transport. The last one is do record keeping. We need to record the whole data as the time, temperature, raw material arrived and delivered to customer, and the shipping date to be used to measure on-time delivery.
Next, application of continuous quality improvement. PDSA cycle can be used for this application. Step 1. Plan. Our current process are monitor microbial activity of meat and frozen temperature entering processing plant. So our plans are check the temperature of meat before entering the processing plant, minimal preservation treatment, microbiological tests at different stages of production to understand the characteristic trend in distribution of microbiological contamination and strict hygiene practice. Step 2. All the plans need to be implemented. Do record keeping for temperature and cleaning process. Do tests on the suitable preservation treatment and microbiological tests at different stages of production and documented all the data. Step 3. Study. Team members need to evaluate and analyze all the data to know whether the plans are successful or not. Number and statistics can assist with the decision-making process. Step 4. Act. If the procedure has accomplished the goal, foster a learning atmosphere for other employees, and the procedure need to be controlled to ensure continued compliance. However, if goal has not been reached, a new PDSA cycle is implemented. The PDSA cycle repeated again with the planning step, maybe with the unsuccess current process or with other new current process to ensure continuous improvement.
Next, for the conclusion, the application of ISO 9001 in TPL Fresh Meat Sendirian Berhad will give confidence to customer that our company provides high quality fresh meat products. In addition, it will help our company to grow the business due to continuous improvement in terms of products, processes, and quality system. And this is the list of references that we use. That's all from us. Thank you.